life changed for me in the increments of just minutes and then seconds. I didn't know it was a terrorist bomb attack till I woke up in hospital. So for me, for all of us, that's all it was.
I remember we all had a little peek underneath the sheets just to see how long the stumps were and what they were looking like. We were already starting to think, well, is there enough length to make her walking a viable option and for prosthetic rehab and stuff?
The consultant was very clear to me in intensive care. He said, you will walk out of here. And I guess for me it was about trusting them.
So we started early in intensive care, so liaising with the therapist there, making sure that she could get from lying to sitting and maintain her own sitting balance, reaching, those kind of things.
They concentrated on building my core, building my confidence, and then working on how to get my balance right. It's all about trust. So I'm looking at them and having to take that leap of faith, of trust, that they will not only ensure that I do walk, but that if I fall, they're there.
I think for every amputee, it's an emotional time when they first stand up. There's often a lump in everybody's throat when that happens, and then when you get your own leg and you're walking around on that, or two in her case, you know, it's a big moment, because it's almost like that's the start of the rest of your life.
Matt was always there, and I was always holding his hand. And when I held his hand, I felt I was invincible. I could do anything. It was like, yeah, make me run, you know. But Matt clearly had to wean me off because I couldn't live my life with Matt. And we ended up on one session in the gym, and he was just holding onto my pinky finger. And then he let go, and I was concentrating so hard that he just said from a distance, Jill, you're doing it.
You've built that rapport for such a long time, and you've been through big steps to get to where you are, and it's that kind of final letting go bit. So I suppose it's that, you know, you go from clutching to holding to resting to nothing, and then they're on their own.
When I left hospital, as a very beautiful gesture, he photocopied his hands and he said, now you'll never have to worry that you're out in the real world, because you can just put my hands up all throughout your house and you'll always be okay.
I think she's very special. Pretty remarkable lady.
We're amazed how motivated she is, and how positive, and how much positive energy she just radiates, and how hard she is working, and she finds nothing too hard.
I think for me, the very point that my life was saved and that I had been able to go on to create another life really still hasn't left me 2.5 years later. She's very important to me. She's also a marker of what my body's been able to do. And that, again, I find extraordinary. I managed to have 37 weeks of being completely mobile, and then the birth that we wanted at the end of it. So fantastic.
They're expecting, you know, baby, that's the happiest time of their life, and then when they're in pain and you help them, you make that difference, they're just so happy, and seeing that difference is just amazing for me. It's just such a great motivation for me to keep going and working, and I just absolutely love my job.
People like Matt, people like Alina, just to me epitomise what it means to be a physio. So a medical role is about making sure we have life. A physio's role is making sure we have a quality of life. And that quality, to me, makes the difference.